I got moon probes and min-miss probes. Notice some of these are grayed out because I haven't met the requirements to be able to use them. But I got moon probes and min-miss probes. And, well, let's just read through what moon probes does. So it advances me 100,000 curb bucks. I don't know what this means, rewards. Why don't I read it? There's a thought. Land probes in 3 different biomes on the moon. Penalty of 150,000 funds will be applied if you cancel this objective before it's completed. So this one does have a penalty. It's right here. And 500 reputation penalty. So if I can land in 3 different biomes on the moon, I get a bonus of 25,000 curb bucks and 75 reputation. It also has the effect of plus 400% on the rewards on funds to milestones that are gained and around the moon, you know, like if you when you first enter the moon's SOI and get an orbit and all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty cool. Minus 80% to fund milestones for other bodies. So this really does kind of force you to focus on the moon. And for me, that's good. I need focus. So I think I'm going to grab that one in just a little bit. I noticed there's a min-miss probes one, but the rewards are notice the advance and the reward is slightly less for min-miss because, as the person who designed this mod knows, min-miss is easier than the moon. Landing on min-miss is easier than landing on the moon. So I'll grab the moon one in just a little bit. There's a couple of others that are active. We can look at those really quickly. To boldly go, plus 15,000 funds when science is transmitted and recovered from new biomes. So that encourages you to go out to different biomes. And local science media circus is plus more funds, plus reputation per experience point gained by your Kerbals. So if you're going to go on a leveling spree with your Kerbals, that'd be a good one to pick up. Pilot focus, plus 50% to rewards for tourism contracts if you put a pilot on board. No more just sticking a probe body on a capsule and firing off your Kerbals. I like that one, but I'm not into tourists yet. And then this one is science focus, plus 50% rewards to science collection contracts if you have a scientist present. Again, very neat idea, but I think right now this is the one to get. But I'm not quite set to set off for the moon just yet because I don't think I quite have the tech for it yet. Now, I was already looking in mission control, and I was looking at these career evolution contracts, and this one here, moon exploration, there is a uncrewed flyby the moon contract. I think I'm going to make that my goal for this episode. So before I do this contract or try to do it, I'm going to pick up that moon probe strategy, but I'm right now going to pick up that contract. What else we got here? Min-miss exploration. We'll put that. Should I put that on hold? Oh, there is an expiry date. I don't like expiry dates. Oh, I'm sure it'll come back. Crewed milestones. I'm nowhere near. I'm starting with What's the name of that mod? The one that starts probes before crew. There we go. I got it. I started with probes before crew, so really I'm not going to be able to put crew into space for a little bit. Collecting science. Collect science data from in around Kerbin, from space around Kerbin. That is definitely on my agenda for today, so grab that. Not going to do any relays just yet, so we'll keep that one on hold. Manned orbit isn't going to happen. Satellites, position in a specific orbit around Kerbin, specific orbit around another one around Kerbin. This one's crazy huge. Look at that apoapsis, 30 megameters and by 24 megameters and 25 degree inclination. This one's more rational. Not a bad idea for some. Not a bad idea. Might grab that one too. Let's grab. How am I doing for con? I don't want to end up overloading. I can have up to 7. Only have 3. Okay. And tourism, not ready for tourists yet. I'm not even ready to put a Kerbal up yet. So that's good for now. Where should be the center of mass of a rocket? Is it towards the engine down? No, the center of mass on a rocket needs to be forward. As far forward of the center of lift as you can do it. And that will make things far more stable for you. That was the question. Okay, so I do have a contract still. Take a look at our contracts. I might have hidden it here. Yeah, let's put these all on the same screen. There we go. We'll minimize these. But the one I'm looking at is I can do a suborbital trajectory and return. I might actually do an orbit and return now that I'm thinking about it. And collect some. I'm looking at these two. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a new probe. I'm going to show you a feature that's built into the Contracts Plus mod that I really, really like. If I click here, add to mission list, I can go to here. I can create a mission. I'm going to call this mission the Hex. What is it? Hex? X-E-C. I think it's like that. Hex 1. I named it after the probe body. And I'm also going to add this one to the Hex 1 mission. So now if I go over to here to mission list and pick the Hex 1, I only have the contracts that I've assigned to that particular mission. It's a great way, once you have multiple contracts going, to kind of keep them straight. I really like it. It's way better than this stock window here that I find always awkward to work. Anyway, so we're going to start here. Let's build ourselves something. So we're going to start here with the Hex probe core, which is somewhere. There we are. And we're going to build ourselves a little satellite, and all its job is to go up and collect science. So let's start thinking about science. I'm getting more and more science. Now, opening up our science window, I'm going to stay in low orbit. So for instance, I have a thermometer, but if I click on my thermometer here, temperature scan, the thing to notice, and this science archives, by the way, coming from Kerbalism, is for space low, it says here 1.0 times. I have completed that. It is 100% done in space low, so I'm not going to put a thermometer on it. If I write, how about the Geiger counter? Geiger counter is the radiation scan. Space low. Oh, inner bout, outer bouts, that's the way this works. Oh, it's collected all of its science it can collect too, so no sense putting that on. I can put on a Science Junior. That is the materials-based study. There it is, materials study. Doesn't tell you how much science, but I know there's a lot of science associated with this. I'm going to put it underneath. And a mystery goo. I've collected all my Earth space low mystery goo. I have no mystery goo either. Now, because of Restock, I actually have this nice inline. Oh, that's the materials bay again. This nice inline mystery goo. I might make use of that. I also have the radio one too. By the way, also what Restock gives you is a radial materials bay too. That's a materials bay exactly the same as this materials bay, but it's a radial part, and I really actually love this part. If you open the doors, like the stuff in here is just awesome. Like little, got sandwiches and little whatever the heck that's supposed to be, and crystals and a tomato plant and fun stuff. Okay, but I think this is going to be my start. Let's take a look at our probe body. Because of Kerbalism, I can also assign science to the probe body. Where is configure unmanned experiments? That's what I'm looking at. Because of an upgrade I got on the tech tree that I just picked up, I do have 2 slots that's available. I have a telemetry report that I can do. And so let's take a look at the telemetry report. In space low, I have nowhere near all the telemetry, and notice that it's biome specific as well. So we'll definitely do the telemetry report. We already decided that the Geiger counter and the thermometer is no good. I have the light experiment. The light experiment, whoops, let's see if we can get that. There it is, space low. I've collected all of it, so there's no sense having the light experiment. As well, there is mass and cost associated with these experiments. This light experiment, for instance, is adding 2 kilograms and 100 Kerb bucks to my cost. So if you don't need it, there's no sense having it. So we're gonna only carry the. So there's our experiments. We're gonna just do these, and I want to recover this thing. So we're going to put materials bay on waiting. Put the mystery goo on waiting, so it will start collecting right away. Actually, maybe not. Let me think about that. I don't know if I don't want them collecting on the surface. Let's get rid of this. Too many windows. Okay. Is this... I'm looking at the electric charge. Consumed. If I turn that on... Ah, there we go. I have to turn these on to show how much electricity they're going to use. Put this one on waiting too. That made a difference too. Yeah, so I'm looking here. I want to get a feel for how much electricity this is all going to use. Now the one thing with these, let's look at the Science Junior, I'll show you with Kerbalism, is you have limited amount of material in the materials bay. What it does when you do a material study is it takes a sample. The sample takes up 4 slots in the capacity. This materials bay has only 1 sample in it. It only can run it once. Later on, you can upgrade it so that it can run more than once. And so it's going to run once. It's going to take 4 slots of storage, and it's going to store those. I can't transmit that data. It's a sample, and it's got to get returns. That's why this is a good thing to do a return with. This uses up 2.04 units of electric charge per second. That's a lot. And it takes 20 minutes and 46 seconds to run. So I'm going to really quickly pull out a calculator. 20 minutes times 60 plus 46, that's 1,246 seconds times 2.04 to get 2,542 units of electric charge this thing will consume when I run it. I cannot generate this much electric charge, so I'm going to have to make sure I can do that in batteries. And I'm starting to now suddenly get a little bit worried. I have these guys, they're 200. Man, I'm going to need like a lot of those because these don't generate anywhere near the electric charge I'm going to need. No. Okay. Well, let's... Okay. Now, what I can do is I can just keep... Well, according to this... I don't know. Down here it tells you how much duration you have. Oh, it's not counting this. That's the issue. Okay, let's put this on top. I thought so. I didn't really have to do that calculation I just did because down here it's telling me with all this stuff running. Let's actually turn this one off. And let's turn this one off for now because this goo is the main one. With this running, it can run for 4 minutes. I need to make sure it can run... There it is. For 20 minutes and 46 seconds. So what I can do is just keep adding batteries until down here it tells me I can run for that over 20 minutes. Let's do a bunch more. This could get interesting. Let's actually do something a little different. Let's do this. 8 of those. We're gonna make like a battery bundle. Okay, how long's that? Oh, that's 2 minutes. Okay, that's getting close. That's getting close right there. 21 minutes and 46 seconds. There's enough electric charge to run for that long. And, what am I doing here? I'm looking for science. The materials bay takes 20 minutes and 46 seconds to run, so this is enough electric charge to run the materials bay. Yeah, it ain't cheap. That's okay. We'll do this. We'll do this. Actually, I'm starting to have my doubts whether we'll do this or not, but we're going to try and do this. Okay, how much mass is this crazy thing up to now? Oh, it's only 532 kilograms. That's not so bad. All right, we're going to turn this off. Too many windows open. Go away. Turn that off. We'll turn back on the telemetry report. That's not too demanding. But you do have more stuff to think about. We'll cover this hex core with 6 solar panels like that. So that will give us some generation in between. But again, the generation from this will not cover the 2 and change charge per second that this consumes. And now I got to think about getting this thing down to the surface. There's my solar panels, but they won't do enough. Alright, I do have fuel cells, by the way. That's something I could have thought about. A fuel cell, how much does the fuel cell do? How much electric charge does the fuel cell provide? Why doesn't it say how much here? It's a configurable fuel cell. Maybe it has to be... Sorry, I completely forgot the fact that I do have fuel cells available. I can run the fuel cell on hydrogen and oxygen. Do I have hydrogen and oxygen? Yeah, I do. I can get them in those tanks. Or I can run it on... Oh, that's it. Configure fuel cell. I'm sorry. Here we go. Hydrogen and oxygen, in which case it will generate... Oh, there's something to think about. This might be cheaper. Thinking. This one fuel cell generates 2.4 units of electric charge per second, and that's it. But I have to make sure to provide enough hydrogen and oxygen to do it. Let me think about this. This might be a more... Whoops. This might be... Close you. This might be a better system here. So if I got small fuel tanks, just to show you, and with these small fuel tanks, you can convert. You can change the color, but can I not change what they hold? Oh, this might be over really quick if all they can do is oxygen. Configure pressurized tank. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So I can put hydrogen in there. And oxygen. That might be a lot less than all of these batteries. Alright, let's figure this out. So configure the fuel cell. This needs to run again for... Now, it doesn't give me any information on this down here, does it? Oh, I'm running low on parts. Okay, there's something to think about. I'm getting too many parts on this. So I'll have to upgrade some stuff. But one thing at a time. Okay, yeah, I can't... Okay, so what I need to do... If this... again... Get that out of the way. That one's a little good. 20 minutes and 46 seconds. Is 1,246 seconds. And then this thing will generate electricity at 2.403 per second. So 2.403 per second. Shoot, I didn't hit the divide. And it's going to... I gotta think about this. So it's gonna run for... Oh, no. I'm completely not thinking about this. Here we go. Hydrogen, I'm gonna need about 1,300 units of hydrogen. That's what I need. So that is a lot of these tanks. This might work better. If I put on... 1, 2, 3 tanks of hydrogen. Here, it's telling me down here how much. I need about 1,300 units of hydrogen. Times 1.001. Actually, 1,247 units of hydrogen. That's good. And a little more. Oxygen. You know, this game makes things more complicated. It consumes oxygen at 5 0.507 units per second. So if I divide my 1246 by 0.507, nothing like live math, that tells me I need about 2,500 units of oxygen. This is set up for oxygen. Down here it's telling me I have 34. It's already more than I need. That should be good for oxygen. I think this is a better device. Here, we're gonna do a little bit of a change. I'm losing all these batteries. It's a little much anyway. Losing a lot of parts this way too, which is good. Keep one of those. So by my hasty calculations, that should be enough hydrogen and oxygen to run this fuel cell long enough to run the materials bay. By my calculations. So what I'm going to do, take this off. I'm just going to position these so they look a little better. There. And I can lose that one. And then I can grab this oxygen tank. 2 of those. There's one on the other side. And what I'll do, take this, rotate it, put this, only one fuel cell I need, and we'll keep these 2 tanks here and here. I don't know, we'll see how this goes. Some hastily done math there. We'll see how this goes. This could be a disaster, but I think it's time to get something in the air. I think I've been spending way too much. Oh, I only have a 0.625 meter heat shield. Shoot. Shoot. Alright. Alright. New plan. This is going to get goofier and goofier by the moment. I'm going to put a pug on the bottom of this. How much delta V does that get me? 944. I got a plan for how this thing is going to come back without a heat shield. And it may be the dumbest plan ever. Or it might go spectacularly well. Who knows? Alright. But I am ready to kind of go for it. To be quite honest. Let's see. Do I have any boosters that I saved from last time? I don't know. No, I didn't. Because they're all junky, crappy, silly Billy boosters. I do have the hammer. Oh, I need a decoupler. Okay, how's that for delta V? That is stage 2. 1305. That's clearly not going to be enough. I could also put on a pile of these. Usually not that much of a fan of doing this, but you gots to do what you gots to do. This is going to get goofy. And then I'm going to put a swivel on the bottom. 1826 meters per delta V. And, oh, still a lot of thrust, though. Oh, my gosh. More fuel cans. What I want to do is build something that goes suborbital, go up very, very high, so that I'll get the 20 minutes, hopefully, of lag time up there. And then come down, and then I'm going to use this booster to do a braking burn as we come towards the atmosphere so we don't go into the atmosphere with that much velocity. And hopefully things will go well. Oh, I got the wrong... Ah, that makes a big difference. I had this on Atmo. What does it look like with a hammer on the bottom? Because I much prefer... That's the shrimp. I just don't want something that's this silly and big. What else do I got for smaller engines? I got this nice little Valiant engine, which is like a mini swivel. That might be a better plan. And then stick a hammer under that. This has got a lot less mass on it. And then another decoupler. Oh, this is all messed up, the staging here. That, and then that, and that. Hex 1. Oh my god, this is silly. I also have to protect the top. I haven't even thought about that part yet. I might have been a little too ambitious. I definitely may have been too ambitious. Should have maybe thought about... Okay, better plan than this is some radial ones. Make this a little shorter. A lot shorter. Come on, get away. Go away. Go away, you. Okay, radial, 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 radial decouplers. Here we go. Two-way symmetry. Hammer boosters here. Maybe three-way symmetry. I was going to put another pair on there, but I think actually 3 of them should be enough. Nah, maybe back to 2. I just want a little over 3,000 meters per second before I get to this final stage. What do I got for aerodynamic parts? Oh, I do have these nose cones. Those are fine. And we're going to take these hammers. We're going to just slide these down a little bit. Oh, I really don't have high hopes for this. We'll see how it goes. And then I'm going to grab another pair. There's a ton of thrust on these hammers. Thrust is not going to be a problem. So we're going to do these 2 first. Come on, get down the bottom. There we go. And then we're going to use these decouplers. Fire on those 2. Those decouplers fire on that one. That stage is gone. That is a whack load of delta V. Whack load of thrust too. Way, way, way more thrust than I need. But now I got to think about protecting this payload. That's a very good... I don't want to end up blowing... Well, you know what? Let's do a test. Let's see what happens. I don't have a fairing, which is unfortunate, and I wasn't thinking ahead. Sticking some sort of a nose, you know, maybe... What do I got for structural bits? I do have this. This might be more effort than it's worth. I don't like these modular girders are heavy. That's what I maybe should have just gone with what I had, but what I'm... This thing's getting just stupider and stupider by the minute. Dumber and dumber. But now what I can do... Oh, no, that's not going to work. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Because that won't have a node on the end here. Just a second. Try this again. Structure. That's... Well, can I cannot attach this radially. Let's try that again. What I had in mind. I got still not giving up yet. Uh-oh. There. That's back to what it was. I meant to move. Okay, let's slide this guy in. My idea was to put the 2 parachutes on these ends, but that I don't have. I'm pretty sure I do not have a node. Oh, I do. Okay, maybe this will work after all. One here. One here. Lose that. There. That's my impersonation of something that's aerodynamic. Oh, this is dumb. I don't care. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. It might go really badly, but we're going to do this. Okay, parachutes are going to go last. Lots and lots of delta V. Thrust, I need to get thrust under some control because I do not want this to go up too quickly. So I'm going to have a launch thrust of about 1.33. This kicks off at 2.14, so we'll bring down this thrust around. So this thrust to weight ratio is about the same there, so it's not that much of a transition. This guy's already at full thrust and can be throttled, so... And I'm just seeing one more thing. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to slide it down just a little more so that these are below that. So this will sit, hopefully, because I don't have launch clamps yet. Oh, we don't have high hopes for this one, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, that's it. There we go. There's the hex one. Very high suborbital flight is the plan. That is absolutely the plan. Is this thing set to... Sorry, I just want to make sure that the telemetry report is ready to go. Why are you being like this? Right-clicking and nothing's... Okay, forget it. Just simulate. Let's go. Save it. So this is a... Oh, I don't have the part count. Okay, I gotta save this again. I don't have the part count. I have too many parts. So this necessitates my first... No, my second building upgrade. I can afford it. So that'll give me tons of parts now. Let's get back in. And now... Oh, the engineer... Oh, it's too heavy, too. Too heavy, too. So we'll have to also upgrade the launch pad. Do I have the money? Barely. Uh-oh. Am I in trouble? How much does this cost? Oh my gosh, I think I'm in trouble. Will the game let you go to negative funds? I've actually never done that before. But I've been pretty... I only have... This thing costs 16,605 and I only have 7,915 funds. And of course I'm spending it on simulations too. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.